Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tyro Black. As you can see, I'm wearing my lab coat. I'm sure you're wondering why is this girl wearing a lab coat. So you guys can know that I'm in business today, I'm going to be telling you guys the health myth in Nigeria. That is most of the things you guys do, like we Nigerians do, that it's not right. Now that you have seen me on my lab coat and you know I'm in business, now I can off it because there's no light on. I'm already feeling hot. Thanks. So let's dive right into it. Number one is that you'd have to take 3 packs of a particular drug before it works. For example, antibiotics. I remember when I was working in a community pharmacy, a woman came in and said she wants to buy 3 packs of ciprofloxacin. I'm like, for what, ma? She said, the person that told her said she has to use 3 before it works. For what? For typhoid. Which she's not even sure she has typhoid. Anyway, she says she didn't even go for test, but this is how she normally feels when she has typhoid. Like, typhoid is a really serious disease. People just take it with levity in Nigeria. You just assume, I have typhoid, let me go and take antibiotics. But we're never talking about typhoid now. We're just talking about you don't have to use how many packs of drug before it works. Once the recommended dose doesn't work for you, that means you are resistant to that particular antibiotics. And that's why before taking an antibiotic, you should make sure you go for a antibiotic sensitivity test that will pinpoint the exact antibiotic that's going to work for the particular illness that you have. First one doesn't work, that is the first recommended regimen doesn't work, that means you are resistant to that particular antibiotic and you should change antibiotics. Not by yourself though, you go back to your physician, that your doctor or your pharmacist. Number 2, teething is not a problem. Teething is not a disease. There are times when mothers bring their children, oh, she's teething, she's stooling, and that is the disease she has, not teething. Teething is a normal phenomenon. Normally when you give birth to a baby, they have their complete teeth under their gum, but with time it starts to come out, and that could just be mild temperature and all. But once the baby is vomiting, the baby has diarrhea, don't say the baby is teething. The baby is sick, so you promptly bring the child to be taken care of by a physician. Don't just assume it's teething and it will go. Diarrhea can kill a baby. It's not teething. You should get the necessary antibiotics and everything needed. Probiotics also needed for that baby. Yeah, teething is mostly a problem because it's actually a coincidence, because that is when children are now crawling on the floor and they're picking all sorts of things into their mouth. So you feel like it's teething that is causing the meanwhile is those dirty things that they put in their mouth that must have caused the vomiting and the diarrhea. Mostly that is what causes it. And sometimes you just need an antipyretic to calm down the temperature when the baby is actually teething and is not sick, just the gum and everything. Number 3, taking agbo cures everything. Jesus Christ. I've seen people take, like, you start mixing. Just one time it will cure everything. Let me just tell you guys, a colleague of mine has said that there was one woman that always comes to a pharmacy to buy chloramphenicol. Chloramphenicol is an antibiotic, right? She comes to buy it. This pharmacist was like, okay, today she's going to ask why this woman keeps buying chloramphenicol tablets. Then she asks her and she said, oh, that she sells agbo. She pours the chloramphenicol into the agbo medicine for people to drink, the agbo concoction. That is bad. Do you know how much chloramphenicol your body should take in a day and how much you would put for it to work? When people have, say, an STD and they say, oh, it's agbo that will cure it, or they don't need orthodox medicine. Orthodox medicine is inside the agbo you are taking. I'm not against traditional medicine. In fact, my project in school was anti-malaria property of cashew leaf, so I'm totally for herbal medicine. But you see those ones that they sell on the road that you don't know how it's being made. Fam, run away from it too. It's okay if you can just, make it in your own house. You're sure of the purity, the cleanliness, and you can just take it for like 5 days in little quantity. Not those ones that they'll put it in a whole bottle. Do you know what it's doing to your liver? Your liver is like, yeah, I can't take this, so Jesus, it's too much. You are killing your liver. And you trust Nigerians, they feel like if something doesn't affect them immediately, then nothing they kill us. But it's along the line, like later that you start seeing the effects of these things. You will not see it immediately. In fact, you might even get fine, you might get better immediately you take that. But I'm not talking about the temporary effect. I'm talking about later what happens later to your kidney and your liver. That's how you see some people having liver cirrhosis and the rest. It's because of the things you have taken in the past. So please make sure you take care of your liver and your kidney by avoiding most of the, I'm not saying this particular person or this particular, I don't know who is putting drug and whose own is just, normal, but as much as possible, I'm just trying to tell you what people actually put into this that good that makes it work immediately. Do you understand? So number 4, people think everybody having a mental illness is as a result of taking hard drugs or as a result of aye in quotes. Note, I believe this world is very spiritual. This world we live in is very much possible, but more than 50% of mental illnesses is not because of aye or because the person took hard drugs or because karma is whatever. Mental illness should be well known in, I think it's just one major health topic that has not really been spoken about in Nigeria. People take it with levity. There's schizophrenia. People can be depressed. When you're depressed, it's not just you. When you have schizophrenia, you'll be hearing voices in your head. You'll be seeing things. You will not even understand what's wrong with you. You have not taken any other drugs. Nobody's doing it from your father's house. But you have this particular illness, which is curable by going to a psychiatric hospital. But people feel, there's this stigmatization. Oh, she has been mad before. She can still be mad. And there are so many mental illnesses we don't even know. Bipolar, some people is hereditary, it's not their fault, and they can be taking drugs and live a normal life. Once you have had a crisis and you're being taken care of, that doesn't mean you keep having it. Once you're on your medication, you're good to go and you're going to live a normal life. I feel people should talk more about mental illnesses. Sometimes you just hear people say, oh, this person committed suicide. Like, are you mad? Why will you commit suicide? This world is fam. Mental illness is mental illness. You can't control it. Do you understand? It's not their fault. And I know you say, oh, you have the Holy Spirit to help you. It is a disease. There are people that have diseases and they are children of God. Do you understand? But they still use drugs. They are taking care of themselves and they are fine. Mental illness should be spoken about regularly in Nigeria. Okay, so another health myth is taking ampiclox, especially. I don't know prevent pregnancy after having sex. Ampiclox is ampicillin clozacillin. I don't know why you guys are taking it. And people come and say, it actually works for me. Oh, that's because the sperm didn't enter, man. It's not because you are flushing your ampiclox or whatever. Contraceptives are not expensive, so why will you be buying one tablet of 100 naira Bisham ampiclox to stop pregnancy? Come on, if you're having sex, you're big enough to buy a contraceptive. Yeah, I'm talking to you that used to buy one tablet of ampiclox. It is wrong. We're still fighting about antibiotic resistance, and people are just freely taking one tablet of ampiclox after sex. For what? It is not a contraceptive, please. It's an antibiotic, and sperm is not a bacteria, so I don't understand how ampiclox kills the sperm. Huh? Stop it. Just buy a contraceptive. Very cheap. There are cheap ones. There are cheap brands you can just use. Another health myth is that Felvin is taken by only women. That's not true. Felvin is a pain relief and it was not specifically made for ladies because most ladies use it for menstrual pain. It's peroxicam, and peroxicam, Felvin is just a brand name, right? Just a company name. Doesn't mean it's just for women. Ladies mostly use it for menstrual pain. You can use ibuprofen. You can use so many other pain reliefs apart from Felvin. And if you're a guy and they give you Felvin for pain relief, don't say it's only ladies that take it. It's a pain relief. It's general. It's not, for a particular sex. Yeah. Another fifth myth that I would like to debunk in Nigeria is taking overdose. Some people, for pain, especially pain reliefs, they feel like if I take 2 tablets of paracetamol, I won't be fine. Like, it doesn't work for me, then I'd rather take 4 or 5. 5 works for me. I've seen patients like that. 2 paracetamol doesn't work, 2 tablets doesn't work for me. I have to take like 4 before it works. You are killing your liver. If you realize that paracetamol, I'm just giving an example, If you realize paracetamol doesn't work for you, please just change to another pain relief. There are so many, so I can't even start mentioning them. So many other pain reliefs that the recommended dose will be enough to cure whatever headache or whatever pain you are feeling. That's just an example. There are other drugs also like that people misuse. They say, oh, this drug is too tiny for it to work. No, it's not like that in pharmacy. In fact, a very tiny drug can be as lethal as, can be more lethal than a drug that is this big. Yes, I'm telling you. So it's not about the size of the drug. Some people feel like because it's so tiny, then they have to take 2. No! And please make sure you see your pharmacy before taking any drug whatsoever. Okay, so another health myth I would like to debunk is fat people cannot get ulcer. Like, ulcer is not just caused by not eating. They feel like, you're so slim. Show any ulcer, why? Would you have ulcer? Because you're slim doesn't mean you would have ulcer. And because you are fat doesn't mean you can't have ulcer. There are a lot of factors that come into play when it comes to ulcer. You cannot pinpoint, you cannot particularly say, oh, it's because this person is not eating that caused ulcer. A fat person can have ulcer because ulcer can be gotten from a bacteria called Helicobacter pylori, which can be gotten from food we eat, drink, whatever you buy. You can even get it from toilet and everything. It could be caused by that. It could be hereditary also. If your mom has ulcer, there's every possibility you could also have ulcer. Or if a family member had ulcer before, you could have ulcer. It could be caused by excessive drinking, smoking and drinking. It could be caused by not eating actually also. And some people actually feel like ulcer is not curable. Ulcer is curable. It's like a tear in the lining of the stomach, like an injury, right? Just like you having injury on the surface of your skin and with time it heals. So also with the proper medications and the proper health lifestyle, you can cure ulcer. So we're not talking about ulcer now, but I just want to tell you that when someone asks you that, do you have ulcer? Don't come and say, God forbid. I used to eat well, as I'm fat like this, I can have ulcer. Anybody can have ulcer. You can't even totally rule out ulcer. Once you start having pain in your sternum here, and your back, your stomach hurts when you don't eat, or when after you eat your stomach hurts, you could have ulcer. Anybody can have ulcer. So don't say you feed well or whatever. Any other health myth that you'd like to debunk, please. I'm open to more suggestions. If you want me to talk about more, just tell me, ask in the comments, or if you that health myth that you like to debunk. For me, if you notice the particular trend that you don't like and you would like people to know more about, please make sure you tell me in the comment section. Make sure you like the video, subscribe most importantly to my channel. I film about health, faith and lifestyle, and I'm a good storyteller. I'm gonna be gisting you the things that happen to me next time in my other video. Please make sure you subscribe, you share and you like. Yeah, thanks. See you again same time on this channel. Bye.